Welcome aboard, and I have to admit something that I really hate to admit. I've been cheating at my locals for the past 3 weeks, and that's not that I'm stacking my deck, it's not that I'm, pulling cards out of my opponent's hand. I've been playing cards from perfect order and pre-testing them to all my friends. What this has allowed me to do, though, is to confidently say that Diggersby is already my favorite card coming out in perfect order. Recently, I created a deck called Jumpin' Over, which I will link in the description. It is on Cardboard Warriors, and this deck is simply just a classic colorless offense list that I added Diggersby into, and it has felt surprisingly good. It has felt very clean, and it has a lot of upside with Diggersby and the Bunnelby. So if you're not really in the know with a lot of things in GLC, then you probably won't really recognize this Bunnelby, but this card is surprisingly really strong. It is 60 HP, it is 2 retreat. Honestly, I hate that it's 2 retreat, but like these are things that don't make evolving basic good. However, this is a card that has been a terror in colorless control for a very long time. Bunnelby has the Barrage Ancient trait, which is a ability that has seen a decent amount of showing in GLC, a la Jump Pluff and the Barrage Torchic. Burrow and Rototiller are incredibly strong attacks to have this Barrage trait with, meaning that you can either do 2 mills off the top of their deck, you could shuffle 2 cards from your discard pile into your deck, or you could do 1 mill and 1 shuffle. This card is awesome. It allowed you to just, get passive mills and control while also, recurring important resources if you're trying to dig to the bottom of your deck to do a looping strategy. It had a lot of value, especially for a basic, and now we get to use it in an offensive setting for the first time. So you may be wondering, why do I care about Bunnelby being an offense? Why would you want to take a turn off of attacking to, mill them or Rototiller back in energy or something? Even though you can get your DTE back, you could just play Special Charge, right? So why does that even matter? Well, the reason is because of technical machines. These were tool cards that were shown back in the Scarlet and Violet era, and we received a good couple of them. But the main one to talk about is Tactical Machine Crisis Punch. Crisis Punch allows you to swing 3 for 280 if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. And the reason why that is so good is because Bunnelby's Barrage works with technical machines. You are able to do 280 damage twice at the end of the game. Now, of course, there are a lot of caveats to this. Your opponent could cheat prizes and you might not be ready to Crisis Punch. You might not have taken 4 prizes to win the game off of Crisis Punching, right? But even so, having that as an option in your deck is incredibly valuable because it means that you don't have to play cards such as Swellow to get the double prize effect that other colorless decks have been using. Well, now that you know what Bunnelby does, back to the namesake of the video, Diggersby is a very similar card to one of my favorites, actually my personal absolute favorite card in all of GLC, Vanguard Punch Palafin. This is essentially Vanguard Punch, but you do 10 more damage at the expense of dealing 30 damage to your entire bench. Frankly, for the deck that I built around too, the Earthquake side effect doesn't matter nearly as much as Vanguard Punch dealing the extra damage to itself if it is damaged, right? Diggersby is like the perfect side grade, possibly even upgrade to Palafin. And the reason why Earthquake is fine is because you also get to run a card like Dodrio. Dodrio has an attack that ramps itself for each damage counter on it because its ability deals 1 damage to it to draw a card, right? So normally, you would have to use Dodrio and have to have it on the bench for multiple turns to zooming draw multiple turns to even just get it to hit 100 damage. Now, Earthquake can ramp that damage up and just, you're immediately going to swing 130 after 1 Earthquake and 1 zooming draw. So even a Doduo on the bench can become a very important thing to attack chain in the mid to late game. If Dodrio wasn't enough upside for you to feel comfortable using Earthquake and or Diggersby, I'm also running Picnic Basket, which is an item that just says simply heal 30 damage from all of your Pokemon, which means that's an entire earthquake just completely negated. And if you're not getting Diggersby up in that game, it's a great spread tech too. You're able to just get that, all that damage off. Someone hits it with a Yuxi, heal it all off. Monkey Dory, heal it off. If you're attacking with Hop Snorlax, use Picnic Basket. Now you can attack 3 times before self-KOing. It's a surprisingly good item. Picnic Basket does also heal your opponent's Pokemon, but we're big boys here, so we deal big damage, right? I have Muscle Band, I have Powerful Energy, I have the entire Hops package, which just totes around huge numbers for no reason. If you were whiffing a KO, it's not going to be by a lot, and the 30 heal off a Picnic Basket will almost never matter, but it lets you troll things like enemy Monkey Dory, It lets you get rid of damage on the other side of the opponent's side of the board because they might actually want that damage. Let's say they're playing with Drampa and you heal the damage off their bench so they can't use Drampa anymore, right? Like, it's got decent value, I swear. I'm not coping. As a final note with Diggersby, in the deck, I typically like to do Diggersby on either the 5 prize or 2 prize turn, just so I have the pure mid game of just Hops Cramorant and the early game of using Fan Rotom, right? So my goal really is to try to get early Fan Rotom, get it attacking, then either go into Diggersby or a Snorlax, then Hop Cram, and then any combination of Dodrio, Diggersby, or another Snorlax to try to finish out the game. If you can go for a Bunnelby Crisis Punch play, by all means, please try it. It's really funny. If there's anything to take from this video, it's that Perfect Order is going to be a fun set already, and that this card is no slouch, is not weak, is actually quite good, and I've been having a blast with it. And hopefully, if any of you guys try the deck out, that it will also be a blast for you. If you've enjoyed the video, then please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all the funny button stuff. Thank you for being here. Let me know what your favorite card in Perfect Order is. And as always, good luck with your builds.